Red October's back at Team Toyota. And with our home team advantage, you'll score even more savings this season. Choose from our winning lineup of new Toyotas, Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, and Highlanders, all in stock for immediate delivery. Or shop over 200 certified used Toyotas with MVP pricing to deliver quality and value. And when it comes to service and collision repair, our team gets you back in the game fast. Visit us in Langhorne, Princeton, or Glen Mills, or online at teamtoyota.net. This is Phillies Talk, presented by Team Toyota. I am Spencer McKercher, back from a trip and a weekend off down in Gainesville, Florida. I'm joined by Sean Kane, the producer of Phillies pre- and post-game live.
Yeah. And
Kaner, I had such a great weekend, and I appreciate you and Ben filling in on Saturday. What a great podcast. Beautiful numbers on YouTube. We'll start with that.
Wow.
Numbers were great on YouTube, so we appreciate everyone watching, including the Dodgers fans that were in the comment section. So appreciate you guys as well. But Sean, I mean, here we are, where the same bug that continued to hurt this Phillies team, this core Phillies team, is still here. And I will say, we went out after, as soon as the final out ended, me and Clayton Dyer, who works on the digital side here, we went out, talked to some fans. That'll be up on our social channels, so check that out. But it was just a lot of disgust and a lot of frustration by Phillies fans leaving Citizens Bank Park for possibly the final time in 2025. Dude, we'll start with your initial reaction to another disappointing loss. They showed a little fight in the ninth inning, so that's a positive, but it's a disappointing loss.
I'm so discombobulated, I forgot my microphone. I'm just sitting here. That's how frazzled I am.
We're back, baby.
Mike's back. Here
We're
go.
back.
We're good. This thing on. No, yeah, I just think like the crowd over there, and I wasn't over there. You were, but I'm sitting here in our newsroom watching. It's just like they're just dying for something. Give us something to cheer for, like give us some offense. And I'm not going to sit here and give you like Blake Snell's really good. Like he is really good, but it's the postseason. You're going to face good pitching. Do something.
Mm-hmm.
Give them some sort of spark. They didn't have a hit until the fifth inning. Like these guys at the top of the lineup, just in big spots, just not getting it done. And it's the same thing. Like last year against the Mets, they didn't hit. Save game 2 with their late rally in game 2. Game 3 and 4 at Citi Field, they didn't hit. They didn't hit in game 6 and 7 against Arizona. It's just the same thing. Like the offense coming up small in these big spots, these superstar players who are superstar players, and they're paid like it based on their track record of the regular season. Trey Turner's the batting champion. Kyle Schwarber's the home run champion. Kyle Schwarber had a career year, and he's just lost right now. 0 for 21 dating back to the regular season. The top 3 in their lineup, we all know the numbers. I believe it's now 1 for 21 in this series. Or pardon me, 2 for 21 because Trey had a hit on Monday night. Yeah. It's just the offense. It's my long story short. The offense is the same old. You play this long regular season, you win the division, and you just got to. Yeah, we're all hoping. All right, they're going to hit them. Maybe they'll hit this October, but it's really the same group of guys. And now when you lose Bader out of the lineup because he was like the new energetic spark to that lineup, they didn't have him in the lineup until he pinch hit in the ninth. It's the same group of guys that unfortunately have come up short in these postseason games. There was like a switch that flipped after game 2 of the 23 NLCS against Arizona. 10-0 game here, game 2, and then they go out to Arizona. They had one game where the bat showed up, but they whatever. You won a game out there. You bring it back here to game 6. They didn't hit in game 6. They didn't hit in game 7. Didn't hit last year. Not hitting this year. It's just frustrating, this offense, because this place is ready to explode, that ballpark, and they just give them anything to get excited about.
How many times have you and I sat here on this podcast all season long, and we questioned Rob Thomson, saying, well, we faced a good pitcher tonight. And how many freaking times did we sit here and say, guess what you're going to see in the playoffs?
Right.
Good pitching.
Yeah.
And when you face Shohei Ohtani and you face Blake Snell, guess what? Those are 2 pretty good pitchers.
Yeah.
And the fact that this Phillies team continues to come up small against some of these starters, it's disappointing. Do you want to move to the ninth inning a while? Because I think really that's the main talking point.
Yeah, they came up short. And just like to wrap up the Dodgers starting pitching, like if you go back to that, we talked about that in LA. Like the one thing that they won that series, they clinched the division out there. They did nothing against their starters, and that included Ohtani, and that included Snell. So that was a little like warning sign. And sure enough, game one, Ohtani, they got the 3 runs in the second inning, but they really didn't hit him. And then after that, it was cruise control. And Snell, they have no answers for him. Like 13 scoreless innings for Blake Snell in the last 3 weeks against the Phillies. And he's given up a total of like 3 hits.
And after the game, Rob Thomson said that he liked their at-bats tonight against Snell more than they did in that series in LA. Do you agree with that?
I mean, I guess it was a pretty low baseline for how well he pitched in LA, so maybe a little better.
I mean, I guess they he had 12 strikeouts in LA.
Yeah, he had 9.
He had 9
Monday night. He gave up 1 hit. 1 hit in 6 innings.
What is Mundo Sosa?
Mundo Sosa, broken bat off the end of the bat, little flare in the center field. And it's not like they were like hitting into some bad luck and some hard outs, like, some tappers, a lot of strikeouts. I don't know, man. I know you want to get to the 9th inning of the positive, but you're right. Like, you're going to face good pitching in the postseason, and you got to hit it. Good players got to hit it at some point. Like the Brewers and the Cubs, you see what the Blue Jays are doing. Like these other teams they're hitting, they're scoring runs, and the Phillies are an offense. They're built to slug. That the offense is supposed to carry the day here, and they're just the margin of error for poor Jesus Luzardo was nil tonight. He had nothing. Which Sanchez I thought was great in game 1. The starting pitchers aren't going to be perfect. You got to score some runs, man.
Yeah, and coming in our preview pod before the series started, when we recorded on Thursday morning, we sat here and said, in my opinion, this is the 2 best rosters in baseball. And their big guys are coming up for them. Will Smith comes up big for them. Teoscar again. Where is it with this Phillies team? And I didn't want to believe that it's just the same thing for the 3rd straight year now.
Yeah.
That, I guess, the 4th straight year, technically, and 2022 was great.
Yeah, and they hit for most of that postseason.
And again,
they ran into Houston.
The series is not over.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way.
No.
There's a lot of people that think it is. We'll recap that whole thing when this series does end or when the Philly seasons end. But, yeah, man, it is frustrating to see these guys, and, like, they're not even competitive. Like, these at-bats aren't competitive.
No, it's
at all. And I get where the frustration comes from. And we'll go to the 9th.
Go to the 9th. Dave Roberts' decision to start the 9th.
Okay,
that's probably where I would start.
That's exactly where I was going to start. Because, I mean, what the big thing is, and I think, unfortunately, the main talking point on Wednesday or on Tuesday morning is going to be, why did Rob Thomson decide to bunt with Bryson Stott? We'll get to that in 3 seconds.
Yep.
But Dave Roberts, I think the guys on postgame did a great job. Basically, Ricky Bo went after Dave Roberts, not like that, but just going after him and saying that he gave you this game on a silver platter because he decided to trust Blake Trinan, who has been awful recently. And the Phillies did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
And then you go and bunt the ball with Nick Castellanos, who, again, we love Nick. We know that. You've listened to the podcast. We talked about Nick. I don't think it's rude to say that he's probably your slowest runner.
He's certainly one of them. He's
on this team.
Yeah.
And you don't pinch hit, which we'll get to. And then you just decide to bunt with Bryson Stott. And Rob Thompson's comments after the game, I thought were kind of interesting. He decided that he was playing for the tie because he trusted his bullpen more in extra innings, I guess, more than he trusted the Dodgers bullpen, which, okay, I get that. But you had them on the ropes. You had the Dodgers on the ropes. You just had 3 straight hits. It's now a 1-run game. There's no outs. And you decide to bunt.
Yeah.
And it's not like Weston Wilson's going up there and bunting. It's Bryson Stott.
Right.
A guy that Kevin Long believes that he can win a batting title. And you decide to bunt with the slowest guy on second base. I mean, I saw a tweet right before we started that said that the picture of Bryson Stott laying down the bunt with Blake Trinan mid-pitch could be the defining picture of maybe the last picture of this core, which I disagree with. But it's just a frustrating decision.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dave Roberts not going to Sasaki for whatever reason was weird too. Like they kind of stumbled into him as like their new lights out closer. He was great in game 1. They had an off day prior to the game. They have an off day the next day. So like they're not overworking this guy. So not going to him in a 3-run game was strange. And then trying and just, boom, single, JT double. Here comes Nick. Nick kind of
the typical Nick hit.
Rear end out, bat down, but give him credit, man. Dude. Puts the bat on the ball, makes something happen. That's good things happen when you put the ball in play. He did it and almost got thrown out at second base, which would have been a complete nightmare. Like really lucky there, but credit to Nick, got there. And then, and people are going to second guess. Bryson Stott's one of the best contact hitters on the squad. Figures can put the ball in play without sacrificing an out. Decision was made to bunt. You said it. That's what I was going to say. Rob Thomson liked the way his bullpen matched up better in extra innings, which to me, like Duran was already in the game. Strahm was already in the game. Kerkering was already in the game. Banks was already in the game. So, like, who do you have left? D-Rob. Maybe was he finally going to go to Ranger Suarez?
Yeah, maybe. I think that's what he was thinking.
Like, he go to Ranger for 3-4 innings, and while the Dodgers' shaky bullpen tries to patch it together.
Sure.
I guess.
I actually think that's because we'll get to his decision to start Aaron Nola in Game 3 later on the pod, but I think that's where Rob Thomson was going.
Yeah. So you go to Ranger, which, okay, the whole Ranger thing's strange. I know we're getting to that, but when are we going to see this guy pitch? Yeah. So, no, I get you on the Stott. And it was a good bunt. Stott did his job.
It was a hell of a
bunt. And Thompson gave credit to the Dodgers for the wheel play. Mookie Betts is an incredible athlete. He gets over there, makes a nice tag. Nick's out. Obviously not what you want. And then you have the Stott on first. And then the Dodgers just make good plays, man. They make good, solid. Freddie Freeman made 2 really good plays in that inning to kind of get them out of trouble. The fielder's choice where he ranges over towards second base, gets the out at second. And then that last play where Tommy Edman throws it in the dirt. But even before that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Like Bader comes in, a nice hit, base hit to left field.
And you felt that coming too.
Yeah. And they pinch run for him because they said it before the game. That's the issue with him. They got to run for, he can't run.
Right.
So they get Weston Wilson in for him. You get first and second with Stott already on first base. And then, like I said, Freeman makes a couple really nice plays. I was hoping Turner would come through. Same. Like I really was. Like he's had a rough series.
Did you feel like he was going to?
Gun to my head, no.
Right.
But like I wasn't like, oh, this guy. I was like, come on.
No.
I was kind of,
It was one of those where you're sitting outside the gate waiting for the fans to come out, and everyone was like, come on, Trey, this is your time.
Yeah. And, Sasaki was in. We should point out that they did finally go to Sasaki.
Correct.
So that's a tough guy to deal with.
Sure.
It's a tough at-bat for Trey. And, he puts the ball in play early in the at-bat. And it's a routine ground ball that Tommy Edman tried to – the Dodgers literally tried to give the Phillies that game on so many fronts. Freddie Freeman makes a play. So, yeah, it's good. And Rob Thomson said, good to see the fight, which, I don't know, man. It's tough for me to really – all right, we fought hard. Tough loss, guys. We just lost 2 at home. But they did show some heart. Ben made the point in the post-game show. Maybe that gives them a little momentum into Game 3. Momentum, as they say in baseball, is only as good as the next day's starting pitcher. And Yamamoto is waiting for him. And Phillies are going to go with Aaron Nola.
Which, we'll get to that. Going to be, what a fun storyline heading into Game 3 on Wednesday. You have a day to kind of digest all that. We'll get to Aaron Nola here in a second. But, and you just said it too, real quick. You said Freddie Freeman made those plays. Like, Mookie Betts makes that play again, because that's what stars are meant to do.
Yep.
They're supposed to make those plays. Freddie Freeman, Hall of Fame first baseman, makes 2 fantastic plays. Mookie hustles his tiny little you-know-what off from shortstop to third base, and it's insane. And Muncy made a great play, too. Muncy made a hell of a play to get Nick at third. And
the Phillies defense has generally been okay, but Ruben brought up the Turner play on the 1-0 where Kike hit that little nubber, and the throw was just a little bit off to JT's. We had to come across with the glove, and it was just that split second that made the difference. So just plays like that decide postseason games.
They really do.
The Dodgers made them.
And you said too. So they lose both these games at CBP. They're now 1-7 in their last 8 playoff games, 1-5 in their last 6 playoff games at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah,
it's the house of horrors, man, and it hasn't been.
No,
it's funny. I saw another tweet on Monday night here saying basically like, it's almost turned into a house of horrors for the Phillies. It was supposed to be the house of horrors for the opposing teams. And it was. 2022 was great. 23, a madhouse. And then in 2024 and 2025, you have 2 games in the NLDS against the Mets and the Dodgers. Yeah. And you come up short. No, they split the 2 games against the Mets in 2024, but still, it still felt like, even when they won that game, they didn't have a chance going back to Citi Field.
Hey, T-Mac, another great day, best fans, the best city. How lucky are we?
It doesn't get much better than this. But I got to tell you, our guy missed a lot of the game last night. I think he missed almost a full inning going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I noticed. I mean, he said he kept feeling like he had to go, and then nothing would come out.
I think he went back 3 times before the 7th inning. Now, that's more than just having too many beer bats.
Nope, it sounds like BPH. It's more common than you think.
Well, it's time to stop holding it about prostate health. Good thing we've got our friends at Temple Health who are way smarter about these things than we are. Let's let the doc explain. So, Doc, what's going on with our guy?
It sounds to me like he's got this problem called BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia. It really means that guys just have trouble peeing.
But there's a solution to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. At Temple Health, there are doctors that really specialize in BPH. Aquablation is one of those things that we offer that many people don't, and other things like prostate enucleation as well. Both of them are minimally invasive that really help guys.
And for most patients, they come out of it feeling fine.
Yeah, I think most patients have a really simple recovery that's straightforward.
Well, that's a big win, because it's better than going to the bathroom a dozen times during a ball game.
Oh, absolutely. These results for guys are long-lasting. Let's face it, prostate health shouldn't be keeping guys out of the game.
Hey, I ran into our guy again. No more back from sprints. He's back in the game.
He told me it was like the most relief he's had in years, in more ways than one. I mean, he even stayed for extra innings.
Aquablation therapy at Temple Health. Get back in the game. Visit templehealth.org.
Where do you want to go from here? Because I think
I got some numbers for you.
Yeah.
So in baseball history, 5-game series, there have been 34 times before this one that the home team has lost the first two. 34 instances, only 3 times has that team went on to win the series. So we're 3 for 34 on that in terms of history.
And it's what, 8%, 8.6% or something like that.
Yeah. And then overall, when you lose 2-0, whether it's the home or away team, when you go down 2-0, you come back and win 11% of the time. I think it's 10-80 all the time. So the numbers aren't in their favor. And that's not even to mention that this isn't like some ordinary team they're playing. This is the Dodgers, it's the world champs.
Yeah.
You can say what you want. They have their flaws, certainly in the bullpen, but they make winning plays. And their offense is just like, you knew it was coming at some point. Like Luzardo was pitching great, but like at some point, the Dodgers are going to score runs. Like that's why the Phillies need to score some runs earlier in these games. But yeah, it's interesting. The whole Game 3 Nola thing I think is worth discussing. Like Ranger obviously got hit in the leg on his last start against the Twins. Prior to that, he did not pitch well in Arizona. But before that, like since Zach Wheeler got hurt, he was lights out. And it's weird to me that he hasn't pitched yet. If you're not going to start him in Game 2, you'd think he'd pitch out of the bullpen in Games 1 and 2. 2 games where they went to their bullpen and used a number of guys.
The Dodgers did it.
Yeah, Dodgers went to Glass now in Game 1. Like Rangers a weapon, so it's like, okay, I guess you're going with him in Game 3, and then Aaron Nola is going to start. And the reasoning is because Aaron never pitched out of the bullpen. So what? He doesn't have to pitch at all. Like Rangers, your third best starter of these. Certainly, you can make the argument he's better than Luzardo, but if you're going to pitch Sanchez and Luzardo, it's head and shoulders Rangers your best option for Game 3. But now he's going to like piggyback Aaron Nola, who we've seen Aaron get in trouble in the first inning. Aaron goes and gets in trouble in the first inning. This series is over. Like it's 3-0 in the first inning. The game, it's over. Why not just pitch Ranger? What are we doing with Aaron Nola not pitching? Aaron Nola doesn't need to pitch out of the bullpen. Start Ranger and go to your normal bullpen.
Correct.
We've got a day off tomorrow. Like everybody should be.
Everyone's going to be rested. Yeah. It is.
Sanchez could actually give you an inning or 2.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and it wouldn't surprise me if that happens.
No, he pitched on Saturday. It's going to be Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you? If goodness,
I just don't understand the need to get Aaron Nola in the mix. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Is Ranger hurt? I have no idea. That would make sense to me. Like Rangers got a little something that Rob Thomson doesn't give away competitive advantage. He's not going to let the Dodgers know that they're going to think, oh, Rangers lurking in the bullpen. But these got it. Something's up.
Do you think? Yeah. Whether it's neck, back, groin, whatever it could be for Ranger Schwartz. Again, pure speculation right now. Tom McCarthy on Phillies postgame lives, he also kind of agreed. He was like, I don't know what their plan is and what they're going to try to do here.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting decision for Rob Thomson and the Phillies to go to Aaron Nola to start Game 3, which is, it was funny because we sat here on the last pod or in the preview pod on Thursday of last week, and we said, maybe we'll see Aaron Nola. Mm-hmm. And now here we are with Game 3 with your backs against the wall. You're going to see Aaron Nola start in a must win. I mean, I think Monday was as big of a must win as a elimination game.
Yeah,
will be on Wednesday. But yeah, Aaron Nola goes. Do you think there's anything do you think, I know this is again pure speculation, fun baseball talk, but like, is there anything with the Scott Boras and Rangers Suarez?
I mean, don't even want to like wildly speculate, but like, yeah, he's going to be a free agent. So like, if there is a little nagging something, I get. But again, I don't even want to suggest this is happening.
Right.
But yes, theoretically. Maybe there is something. I don't know. I would love to find out. Like, is there got to be something going on that he's not able to pitch in either of these 2 games? Now he's not starting Game 3. I mean, he hasn't pitched now. That's Saturday when he left early. It was that Saturday against Minnesota. By the time we get to Wednesday, that's 12 days ago. It's like, I don't know. It's very strange. And I know he is a free agent to be, and obviously there's a lot of money at stake. But who knows? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's just really strange that he's not starting Game 3.
And we'll stick with the pitching real quick because we had the debate in here. One of our buddies in the office was kind of confused why the Phillies went to Jesus Luzardo in game 2. God, he was great though.
Yeah, he was.
He was really good. Big game Zeus. He had that first inning trouble like he has sometimes this season. Gets out of it with runners on the corners. Threw 20 plus pitches, I believe, in the first inning. And then, man, he was lights out.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of the game when it was still 0-0 and he kind of duffed that little dribbler back to him and went between his legs. And he's smiling about it.
Yeah.
Like, Zeus did what Zeus needed to do. And I'm very proud of that kid for the season. If that's the last time we see him in 2025, hats off to Jesus Luzardo, because that's an incredible season. And he did what he needed to do to get this Phillies team where they needed to be in game 2 on Monday night. Now, again, so Rob Thomson then goes to Orion Kerkering.
Right.
Since August 1st. This is a Jason Stark tweet. Since August 1st, he's inherited 13 runners. Do you know how many of them have scored by chance?
I know we were talking about this earlier. I'm going to say 8. 8 of 13. I think I heard that earlier.
8 have scored, including the 2 that scored to make it 4-0 on Monday night. Again, we don't know where this bullpen's going to be come Wednesday, possibly Thursday, but do you trust Orion Kerkering in the rest of the series?
Yeah, I mean, Kerkering obviously had that rough stretch in the regular season. He looked good in game 1 when they brought him in when they were losing in the 8th inning. To go to him, I get the inherited runners thing's a real deal. And Ricky Bottalico's always talking about inherited runners. Like, it takes a mindset to come in there and, like, they're not your run, so it doesn't hurt your ERA, but you really got to dig in and, like, bail your starting pitcher out. And I think Orion Kerkering pitched well. Like, he comes in, he strikes out Edman. He gives up that little nubber to Kike that Trey throws a little wide on and the run scores. Then there's a walk and a pop-up. And, then obviously, Will Smith comes in and hits and gets the 2. But it wasn't like he came in and was giving up rockets. I thought he pitched well. He made some good pitches. Like the Kike, it's just an unlucky play, that little nubber that gets by him to shortstop. But yeah, I get it. Like, the question is, if he's not good with inherited runners, especially lately, why you're going to him there. But you needed to go to a righty, and then he thought he was his best bet. I don't know. I can't kill Rob Thomson for that. I mean, I get it. I understand the frustration with the inherited runners, but I thought he came in and threw the ball pretty well. Just kind of got some unlucky results. Yeah.
It is frustrating, I think, just in the fact, because we've seen it now since August 1st. We've seen it even before that.
Yeah.
Kirk had that great run from like May to the middle of July, basically towards the All-Star break, where he only allowed 2 earned runs over like 12 games that he appeared in.
Right.
And then now that confidence, and for me, in Orion Kerkering is kind of diminished. And it's at the worst time for it to diminish. And again, still kind of a kid, man. Like, he's his third, technically, I guess, second full season in the big leagues. I get it, but and I love that Rob Thomson was asked after Monday's loss if he thought about going to Duran in the 7th, right after Luzardo was pulled.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. And because I think, like, you and I sat here and talked about how we trust this bullpen, or at least I did, where I trust this bullpen more than I did last season. And now it's been back-to-back games where they've kind of come up short.
Yeah, and Thompson was asked pregame, point blank, like, will you be cool going to Duran earlier if the situation arises? And he said yes.
Yeah, that's
flat out. And there you go in the 7th inning where that would have been an opportunity. But clearly he wasn't the option. And then, Strom comes in to face Ohtani. Ohtani gets his first hit of the series. Which scored the 4th run, which ended up being the winning run. So that was a big run that he was able to tack on. So, yeah, frustrating. I can't kill the bullpen itself too bad. I mean, I thought the pitching was fine. I mean, the Dodgers are going to score runs, and Jesus pitched great. Kerkering came in, gave up a couple runs, and then the big hit for Ohtani off the Strom. Will Smith had a big hit, but you got to hit, man. You got to hit. And if you don't, it's just every little small detailed decision. The pitching staff is going to be dissected because every run is at such a premium. God forbid you come out and you score some runs early and you give everybody a chance to take a breath. But I just can't get past the offense. I think that's where you have to start pointing the fingers and where you kind of have to end at this point. And sure, some decisions were made that you can second guess. That's going to happen. But these guys aren't going to hit. They're not going to win. And that's kind of been the case for 2 games.
And we knew that coming in to this playoff season or this playoff series, that if this offense that comes up short again, I can't believe we're still talking about them and these big name guys. It's almost $1 billion worth of contracts that are just coming up short. And it's the last thing they needed. And I mean, the crowd brought the juice. I will say, like I said, I wasn't here Saturday. Being there today, though, the juice was there.
Yeah, it's what Ben said Saturday too. No fault of the fans, but they're just waiting. They're waiting to erupt, and they just It can't because
Like,
there's nothing to cheer about.
There's nothing to cheer about. Only guys with hits today are Trey Turner, JT Realmuto, Alec Boehm, Cassie with the blue base hit, Sosa with the first hit of the game, and then Bader comes through, and then Max came in with the triple to kind of set up the Phillies' first run there.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just frustrating. I think the last thing I want to hit on before we wrap up here, and then we'll get some predictions for the rest of the series. But talking to everybody after the game, the fans that were coming out, being there in the stadium and hearing fire topper chants.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
People coming out. People have turned their back on Rob Thomson. Again, a couple questionable decisions. The whole Ranger decision for Game 3 is another thing too. But I mean, if this team gets swept in 3 games, is there a thought?
I think there's a thought. I mean, I think that's a rational thought that like, okay, this is 2 years in a row where they've won the division, they've won 95, 96 games, and then just boom, one and done in the postseason, flat. Frankly, not very competitive. They weren't very competitive against the Mets last year.
Yeah,
those 2 games up at Citi Field. We'll see how Game 3 goes. Again, we don't want to write them off yet, but I wouldn't make that move for a number of reasons. Who you bringing in? Like, is there somebody out there that I don't know about that's going to come in and really spark this team?
Bruce Bochy?
I can't imagine Bruce Bochy. Like, I know Schumacher's taking over down there.
Yeah.
I would think he's riding off into the sunset. Bochy,
maybe
like 75 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's a winner. Obviously, he knows how to get a team to the finish line in October. I don't know. I can't blame Rob Thomson for Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner going 2 for 21, and the rest of the offense being what it is. And everybody was killing Rob Thomson after Game 1 with David Robertson, but like, get outs, get outs, like go get the bottom of the order out.
Yeah.
But that's what happens in baseball. You can't fire the players. You can't fire guys that have 9 years left on their contract, and whatever Trey has left, and Bryce obviously has 7 years left, and Kyle's gonna be a free agent. I'm sure they're still gonna want to re-sign him. But yeah, those guys got to step up. It's on them. It's not on Rob Thomson. But again, managers are hired to be fired, so it wouldn't shock me if Dave Dombrowski gets a little restless and thinks maybe it'll wake this club up. But everybody loves Rob Thomson, and Thompson's perfect for this team.
Correct.
And he's done a great job. And I don't have to tell you his resume of first 4 years, postseason every year, his winning percentage, where that ranks in Phillies history. The guy wins. He's an even mild-mannered guy, even-keeled guy, and I think his temperament is perfect for a veteran team. But yeah, at some point, something's got to give here. You can't just keep
95 wins. Yeah,
saying, here we go. Let's try it again, and it's everybody's just waiting for the postseason, and here we go again.
I think that's my issue, is because I sense the frustration, and this is Philadelphia, right? And you and I both know that. You know that more than I do. If you don't get the job done when it matters most, things, and especially in baseball, where you grind out this 162 game season, you win 95, 96 games, and then you fall short for the 4th straight year, technically. Yeah. It's frustrating, and I get that. But now, last question, Kevin Long.
Again, like
there's got to be a fall guy.
I hear you. Which we thought last year, like somebody on the staff might have to take the fall.
No, we ran it back though.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And yeah, Kevin Long, everybody loves Kevin Long. Like, their offensive numbers throughout the season were pretty much very good. But yeah, I don't know. But Kevin Long's like generally respected as one of the best hitting coaches. Not only that, he's personal connections with Harper and Turner and Shore. He's worked with all these guys before they even came here.
Kyle loves him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And Kyle's a free agent. So don't think that Kyle's like, okay, what's going on? If that's a move, then maybe Kyle's going to go somewhere else, which they have to take into consideration. And I think he's done a good job. I mean, I know it's been uneven, but like, he's done a decent job with Brandon Marsh, and he's gotten Stott out of his funk. And like, I feel like he's done a decent job with these younger guys, bringing them along. So I know, I guess I'm talking out of both sides, because I agree with you. Like, something has to give. You got to make some sort of change. What are you going to do? You can't just run it back for a 3rd year and hope that it's all going to be okay. They're not getting any younger either, these guys, man. Like, baseball, when you get up in those early 30s, I don't have to tell you, Spence. I mean, you're getting there soon yourself.
Toast.
You start losing a step. But I don't know. I wouldn't fire Kevin Long to answer your question. No.
Okay. But it's interesting. Yeah, I guess those are questions for when the season does end. Does the season end on Wednesday?
I love Aaron Nola, and it wouldn't shock me to see him pitch well. He's been there, done that in the postseason.
I love Aaron to death. He's one of my favorite guys that I talk to in the clubhouse. We respect each other. Dude, he asked me about, my parents and everything.
Yeah.
My favorite person it would shock me if he pitches well.
It would shock you if he pitches
Completely.
well. I mean,
shock
obviously, it's going to be the shortest of leashes. Like, if he gets a couple guys on, well, who knows if Rangers available. But I think Sanchez will factor in. I think everybody but Luzardo will be available. No, I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah.
Yamamoto's been really good. Like, he was really good against the Reds. He's nasty. He was good against them. But, they haven't faced him in like 6 months now. He pitched in April. He didn't pitch in September against the Phillies. But Yamamoto's really good. They're going home.
And it's been a damn near week since they've been home.
Yeah, since game
so those
2 of that
fans are
Red
just sitting there
series.
waiting.
Yeah, they're waiting. They're fired up. And the Dodgers want to get this over with so
Right.
they can line up. They're pitching for the NLCS. They don't want to mess around with a game 4 and, on their end, God forbid, coming back here for a game 5. So, yeah. And for the Phillies can, again, I think Sanchez is going to pitch in game 3 at some point, but they could obviously go to Sanchez on normal rest in game 4. So the Dodgers don't want any part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think the Dodgers I don't think the Dodgers are going back like, whatever, we win game 3, we're going to win this thing. Like, they have urgency to win this thing, get it over with, get some rest, and get their guys lined up for game 1 of the NLCS the following Monday. So, no, I don't think they're going to win. I hope Aaron pitches well. You would be shocked. I would not be shocked if he pitches well. But I don't think they got a hit, and I don't know that Yamamoto is the guy that they're going to get hot against.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I mean, it like you said, it comes down to this offense doing what this offense is supposed to do, and what this offense is supposed to do is have the big moments, produce runs, and dominate the opposing starting pitching, and they have yet to do that. You did say I said Phillies in 4.
Okay.
So that's not going to happen.
Right.
You said Phillies in 5.
Phillies in 5.
Come on
I'm
now.
sticking with it. I'm still in play.
Come on now, baby. Phillies in 5 still alive.
Yeah, that was just solely based off of if it goes 5, they're at home, and I think. But now that everybody beats them at home, so it's like,
oh man.
Phillies in 5.
Yep, sure. Let's go.
Believe, baby.
Believe.
Pregame live 8:00 on Wednesday.
Come on now.
We'll put our best foot forward on the pregame show.
You know what's gonna stink too? It's just you and I like recording this podcast at like 1 a.m. on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
it's gonna be a late one Wednesday,
and the season ends at 1 a.m.
or maybe we're all right, baby.
Firing up, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, get me fired up.
You
You know what? Phillies in 5.
Phillies in 5.
Let's go.
Believe.
Wake up, Bryce Harper. Wake up, Kyle Schwarber. Wake up, Trey Turner. Wake up, Alec Boehm.
Yeah.
Everybody wake up.
Hopefully
Do what they
Bader
need
can
to do.
play. They need him. They need more than one at bat. They need him to be in the lineup.
Yeah. Do you think like a day's rest here?
I don't know how big of a difference it'll make, but
We're
he's on
not
an
doctors.
airplane obviously for a while. But I don't know. I'd really like to see him in the 6 hole or somewhere, because he is a guy that you can really count on for at least giving you good at bats. I think Marsh obviously Stott will be in the lineup, so a little better. That's another thing. I don't want to go backwards. You're better to wrap
No.
it. Like that lineup, just looking at it, the lineup that they put out there, part of it was Bader not playing, and he made the decision not to play Stott. Marsh is in the 8 hole, but JT hitting 5th and Nick hitting 6th, and then Sosa, and then Marsh, and then Otto Kemp hitting 9th. It was
An auto
against
auto
Blake
goes-
Snell. You weren't shocked to see what happened.
No.
Is my point. That lineup was not very formidable on paper.
Yeah, and Sosa's numbers were really good against Snell in his career, but then Otto gets to start in left, and he goes over 2 strikeouts, gets pinch hit for Max. Max comes through with a hit, finishes 1 for 2 and a run scored. But
I don't know.
yeah, me either.
On that note,
If you're looking for answers,
look elsewhere.
you're not going to get them here. And I don't know if you're going to get them anywhere else. But hey, the Phillies head to LA. God, thank goodness we are not on that flight tonight.
Yeah, it's rough.
I can't
Flying
imagine
out
a
there.
5-hour plane, 5.5-hour trip
Right.
after that, like right now.
Yeah.
Getting
Get on
in
that
at
plane right around now.
Yeah,
and
get
they'll
in
get
at
out there till
2 a.m. local time,
Yeah.
5 a.m. our time. Good
Yeah.
luck.
that's rough.
So thank goodness we're not on that flight. But the Phillies are,
Yes.
and the Phillies are going to fight. They're going to do whatever they need to do to not get swept and to bring this series back to Philadelphia. I
Mhm.
hope this isn't the last game at Citizens Bank Park. These fans deserve better. I almost said we deserve better, but we don't. But the fans do.
Yeah.
The fans absolutely deserve better than what that just was the last 3 days, 2 games in the last 3 days. So, hey, land the plane. Thanks for listening to the Phillies Talk podcast presented by Team Toyota. I am McKercher. That's Sean Kane. Thanks for listening. We will talk to you on Wednesday, no matter what, whether if it's at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. It better not be 3 a.m., but we'll talk to you guys then. And hopefully we're talking with a Phillies win. So thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys then.